guys, and welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be checking in for the 4th week of February, and we're going to be comparing what we've spent so far for the month to what we budgeted in the beginning of the month, and really just putting together a game plan for the last couple of days of February. Definitely check back next week. I'll be doing a results video for you guys on key, on time. My sister, of course, always texts me or calls me while I'm filming. So good job, Diana. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and check in for week 4, but I'll do a results video next week because I haven't received a lot of our bills or anything like that. So I want to make sure those are included before I do our results video. So this week has been pretty uneventful. We've had a few expenses related to getting the girls stuff they need for some of their activities. But besides that, we're doing okay. Like, there's nothing super exciting, but nothing like, you know, super nerve-wracking or anything like that. So let's go ahead and get into the numbers. And okay, so I wrote our categories in so far. These categories are the same categories that we've been tracking for a very long time: groceries, eating out, household, gas for our cars, and then unbudgeted. We also have sinking funds, and so the first thing that I always do is just check these categories, but we'll also check in with our sinking funds and just see what's going on there. I do a few different budget setup types of things. So I have, of course, our normal budget. I have our weekly check-in page that goes along with that, just to make sure we're on track with everything. I have a sinking fund setup, which basically just puts all of our sinking funds on one page, shows the balances, and then I have a transaction log that, I guess I could just show it to you. I don't know why. So I have the transaction log that shows all of the transactions out of our sinking funds. You guys have probably seen this if you've watched my channel before, but I do have 2 different ways of tracking things. This is going to be all of our variable expenses, and then here will be all of our sinking fund transactions. I don't use bill due stickers or anything like that because we always have a buffer in our account, so I don't have to worry about the timing of bills. It's more just okay, this is what came in, this is what went out. I don't really care if it's the 15th or whatever like that. But I do understand that some people do worry about that stuff. So you will see that I'll put some of our utilities in, some of our variable utilities in our monthly view when they come, but I don't put our mortgage in or Netflix or anything like that because, again, I know what the amounts are going to be. I don't really care what day they come out. If that's something that you do care about, you could definitely, color code everything. I do use bills. I use blue for bills, so again, a lot of our bills will come out later on. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first category that we're going to track is going to be groceries. So I'm going to go ahead and look at my monthly view and see where we left off. So it looks like the last time that we recorded stuff was right around the 18th. So anything after that we will record. So we had Target of $15.75. I believe that was for coffee. I wanted to try and make my Dunkin' coffee at home, and guys, it was a fail. I do have to try it again, but I bought a bunch of stuff coffee stuff, and then we also picked up some ice cream for desserts, and we got these little containers. Me, Jason, and Macy all chose our own flavor, so we still have lots of those to eat, but that was $15.75. Then we go grocery shopping on Mondays. So Jason picked up stuff from Jewel that was $34.42, and then Aldi that was $99.87. We also, I think I got Nutella or something from Target when I was returning some items. So we have that there, and then another $12.05. So that brings us to a total spent this week of $165.02. To give you some reference, we normally do $125 per week. So this is definitely a little bit more than what we normally do, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that this week we actually had steak for dinner, which we have not had steak in a while. I think, last month we were quite a bit over for groceries, so I think we've just been trying not to, you know, have anything crazy. But we did have steak this week, which definitely, you know, adds up, especially when, I mean, Macy could basically eat her own steak now. So that was $165.02. Last week we had $158.48 remaining, which means that we are over budget on groceries by $6.54. Now, I never want to be over budget. That, I feel like anybody creating a budget, like your goal is not to be over budget, but by, you know, $6.50, not a big deal. I'm not worried about that. That's honestly better than we've done, you know, in the past. So I don't think that we'll need anything else from the grocery store, but again, if anything else comes up, we'll record that and that will be like part of our results. So again, over by $6.54. And if that is all, that's not too bad. Like normally we are quite a bit over for groceries. So I feel like that also just shows me that our budget is totally doable. Like $125 per week is totally doable. Okay, so then for eating out, we did get Chili's on Saturday. We normally go out to eat or like order in on Saturdays because that's like we meal plan for Monday through Friday. Friday we go to Jason's parents' house for dinner, and then Saturday we will normally have something out. Sunday is either like something we already planned or leftovers or something like that. But we did get Chili's, that was $29, and we got like buffalo wings from there. Oh my goodness, guys. I don't know why they were so good, but they were so good. So we got a bunch of wings and those were really good. And then on Saturdays we normally will go to Dunkin'. I'll get coffee, we'll get donuts, we'll get wake up wraps, stuff like that. That has been kind of our routine probably since like the summertime. So that brings us to a total spent this week of $44 for eating out. So we'll go ahead and put that in here. $44. Last time we checked in, we had $55.32, which means that we have $11.32 remaining. So we do still have one more weekend of eating out. So on Saturday, the 27th, we would be technically supposed to be going out to eat. With $11, we'll probably end up getting Dunkin' in the morning. And then if we want to eat out that night, we will either have to use some of our allowance or we have to make the decision that we're okay with going over budget. Because we've been pretty good about sticking to our budget, I feel like it wouldn't be the worst thing, but it's just nice knowing like, okay, before Saturday comes, we do have $11 left. So if we're okay with going over, then that's fine. Do we want to use our allowances to pay for it? Like, you know, it's just nice to have a game plan, to know, okay, we can take these steps to either be, you know, on track with our budget, or you know what, we're okay with, you know, being a little bit over. So again, I feel like with budgeting, you don't have to think of it as like this thing that is limiting you. It's more just trying to give you power. It's giving you power over how you spend without like, you know, at the very end being like, where did my money go? Like this really does give you the opportunity to stick to your plan if that's something that you want to do. Okay, so next is going to be household. So we have had a couple transactions for household. So did I record that one last time? Household 7146. I did. I was ready to say that seems like a lot to not have recorded already. Okay, so the only thing that we've had for household was Target of $15.96. $15.96. And last time we checked in, we had $34.52 minus $15.96. So we currently have $18.56 remaining. So I think we bought, like, Jason wanted a comb and he needed like a new toothbrush. I think that was pretty much it. So we have $18.56 remaining. The nice thing about that is if we decided that we wanted to go out to eat, if we knew there wasn't anything else that we like need to buy for the house, we could say, okay, we'll use the remaining balance here and we'll go out to eat. Again, you can choose how crazy you are about sticking to it, or if you know you have a little bit of wiggle room, use that. But I don't know. I normally try and stick to like, okay, if we have $11, we spend $11. but I also feel like you have to find what works best for you. Next is gonna be gas for our cars, and I'm pretty sure we're over for that because we were doing some like house hunting, so we were driving around for a few hours one Sunday, just me and Jason. So I think we ended up using more gas than what we normally would have used. That's okay, I'm just gonna consider it gas instead of putting it as part of our household. Our house hunting stuff, just because we did put together a house hunting like category, but it's too hard to figure out like what part of it should be gas, what part of it should be from that. So I'm just gonna consider it gas. Again, you can be as strict as you want to be, but for me, it just doesn't make a ton of sense. So we had the RAV4 fill up, and then also Jason got a car wash for $3. So that brings us to a total spent for this week of $35.69. Last time we checked in, we had $19.60 remaining, which means that we are $16.09 over for the month. Again, that's probably a lot to do with the fact that we are house hunting, but I'm not going to be crazy about, you know, trying to divvy stuff up. And then unbudgeted, we haven't had anything else for unbudgeted, but we did previously, like in prior parts of the month. So I believe that was just 106.17. Yeah, 107.16. So this is still what we're over budget for unbudgeted. We have not received our tax refund yet. We filed our taxes in the beginning of February, so we're still waiting on that. It was accepted from the government. We're just kind of waiting for that direct deposit. And then I'm still waiting to hear about our insurance claims. I submitted them last month. It's been officially like a full month, and I haven't heard from them, so I reached out to them today, but that is probably close to $2,400 that we're kind of waiting on. So if we don't receive that money in February, which I'm guessing that we won't at this point, then it'll just be extra money that we have in March. But that was definitely something that I wanted to keep an eye on, and I'm definitely like following through and trying to figure out what's happening there. But I would say so far, when it comes to variable expenses, we're doing pretty well. I know that the house hunting trip was a little bit more than what I budgeted. It was like probably $30 or so more. And then we do have some items that are over budget, but for the most part, nothing too crazy. So I'm feeling good about February so far. Again, we're just gonna have to really keep in mind what we're spending going forward and try not to do anything crazy. And then for sinking funds, Jason picked up some diapers. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that last time. We also got Mila some new shoes. She's officially walking, and guys, she is walking everywhere. It is so fun. Like, we put on her shoes and she just loves like walking around the house. She's a completely different baby now because she's just happy that she can get where she wants to go. So that has been really fun. So we got Mila some walking shoes, and then we got Macy some stuff for gymnastics. She needed like a leotard, some biker shorts, stuff like that. So that was $67.39. And then Jason picked up a shirt from Amazon that was $20.41. Jason's big into the Amazon clothes. I haven't really tried buying clothes from Amazon, but Jason gets like all of his t-shirts from there. He bought a jacket, like a cute green jacket, but it's still not here, so I have to look into that. But anyway, Jason buys a lot of clothes from Amazon, and they're all really nice clothes. They're not expensive at all, like $20 for, I think it's like a dry fit shirt. It's kind of like those Under Armour shirts. So anyway, that is it when it comes to our sinking fund, so nothing too crazy. So yeah, so far I would say we're doing pretty good. I'm just gonna keep an eye on some of these expenses. I already set up my March budget. I already set up my March sinking funds. So if you are looking for some more budget videos, definitely check those out. Our budget doesn't change that much. I try really hard to make it as consistent as possible. But I do talk about like why we do certain things, and I talk about what's going on in terms of like house stuff and all of that fun stuff when it comes to some of my videos, so definitely check those out if you're interested. But that is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing what's going on during our week 4. Definitely check back next week for the results video. I'm hoping that we're having a pretty good month. I'm hoping that we finish strong, and yeah. So thank you guys again so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.